RMG's Trash Talk is brought to you by Scrubs 911, Somerset's medical uniform store. Learn more at scrubs911.com or like them on Facebook.
Fans, welcome to this week's show. A lot of changes going on here at RMG, and that's why we're here to talk to you again. But let's start off with some thank yous that are long overdue now. On the set here for RMG's Trash Talk, we have two helmets because we like to have the champions of the Laurel Highlands Conference. We covered them on Game Tape last year. So we have the helmet of the champions and the co-champions that we have up there, Bishop Guilfoyle and now Bedford. We got the helmet from Bedford, and we thank Coach Steele and everybody there. The helmets were away getting refurbished at Sportsman's, but they're back, they're in, they look great. We appreciate them sending that down. And they earned a spot on the set as the co-champion of the conference, so we're happy to have them here. Also, congratulations to Coach Paul. Spoiler alert for those of you that haven't bought the Lancey DVD yet, and again, that's available. Click on the big red, white, and blue link at rmgsports.net. But congratulations to Coach Paul and the South team. If you take a look on our set, you'll see now our team photos of the Lancey teams. The South team is on top. They switch off from the North team that won last year, so South is on top. They were the victor, and to the victor go the spoils, whatever it means for them to be on top here on our set. Now, another change that's going on. Fans, I run this company. I got so many things going on, and I know you love seeing my beautiful face on this show, but I'm sorry, I've got to step away. I've got to step out and put another beautiful face here, and I'd like to welcome him and introduce him to you guys. Dave Miller is our new host, and if you notice by his wonderful tan line, fans, he's the poster child for why free Pirates tickets and no sunscreen are not a good combination. So Dave, welcome to the set. You've been here. Dave has done a lot of editing for us. He's been down in the edit bay doing Game Tape last year, if you watched any of our shows there. A lot of editing on Game Tape. He's been behind the camera up here, but I know his goal in life, for whatever reason, is to be in front of the camera and to host a show, and this will be his first show. So Dave, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's nice to get out of the dungeon.
Yes, get you up out of the salt mines downstairs. So let's talk about you a little bit. Somerset grad, you're a local guy. Mm-hmm. What's your sports background with the Golden Eagles?
Played basketball for 10 years, so as a little kid in SYBA all the way to high school under Coach Close. Played baseball for almost my entire life until my junior year, and then switched over to track. Just couple hiccups there in baseball, so switched over to track just to finish out my career, just to do something in the spring and not just become a couch potato after basketball season was over. So along with all that and bowling all the time, I tried getting out there everywhere. Yeah,
we know you're a big bowler. We need to get that RMG Sports bowling team together, bring our ringer in here, and win some big money out of Terrace Lanes. Now, after Somerset, you moved on to Slippery Rock. What did you do at Slippery Rock, and tell us about your time there?
Right away, communication degree, emerging technology and multimedia in that field. I was looking around for schools, and my buddy told me about Slippery Rock, and it was a state school, so I loved the price. And I saw what they had to offer, and I saw they had a radio station and a television station, so I thought I could use this to my advantage. It wouldn't have to be just in my major. I could do this in my free time, so I'm not just sitting at home or sitting in my dorm, just kind of wasting my 4 years away. Got in immediately with the radio station, had two shows right away, two 2-hour shows in a week, and then I had a TV show as well just right away. So Slippery Rock really opened up the gates for me, and I took advantage of that.
What was it about communications? Why did you want to get into broadcasting? Were you dropped as a child? Did you grow up under power lines or something like that? What was it that attracted you to sports media?
Well, I think whenever I was 13, I think I started to realize I wasn't going to play Major League Baseball anymore. So I needed to find a way to kind of still get in there. And people always told me, after those awkward puberty ages, it was, you have a really great voice. You ever think about radio or TV? And I would always tell people thank you, but I never really thought about it until my junior year when I was trying to find a college. And then I found Slippery Rock, and I thought, just might as well take advantage of this. All I do is, you guys know, I just talk about sports constantly. I bore you with my fantasy. I bore you with all these other trade talks going on. Exactly. So I need to find something that I want to do for the rest of my life and not go into work thinking the next day this is going to suck. I want to go in there and just know that whatever I do is going to be a great day, and I get to do something that I love.
Well, we will do our very best to not squash those here at RMG, but that could be a challenge on some days here.
Yeah.
It's not always a field of daisies here, believe me. Now, this isn't your first job. I mean, you worked at maybe your first pseudo-paying job. I mean, RMG paying. You worked in radio, and you have a pretty solid resume with radio in the Steel City. Talk to us about, tell the fans about your time at The Fan.
I was lucky enough to get an internship after my sophomore year to work with 93.7 The Fan. I forget how many years. It was in 2013, but I forget how many years they had been at that station. And I worked at the afternoon show with Starkey, Miller, and Muller, Chris Muller, Joe Starkey, and former Steelers punter Josh Miller, who's now on the morning show. And I was the associate producer. I would help out the producer, Craig Riley, behind the scenes, screen the phone calls as they came in, make a couple commercials here and there. And I was also lucky enough to work some Pirate games at the station, cutting live highlights as the game's going on. So I was able to really see the back end of a radio show, even though I want to be talking into this microphone in the future. But then I was also able to be the first intern to be on air after they told me, don't expect any airtime. And then right away, those guys on the first day said, you have a great voice. You ever think about want to go on air? Of course.
Sure.
So
dream come true for you.
Yeah. So honestly, I'd taken in so much from my 3 credits there. They gave me some hard times, but I powered through that, and it was just one of the best experiences.
So you come to RMG, solid athletic background, local here in Somerset. Education from Slippery Rock, not Penn State, but we'll let them go. I mean, not everybody, you know what I mean. And then a great sports background, sports broadcasting background with The Fan in Pittsburgh. What is it you guys, what can we expect from you as the host of Trash Talk now? What kind of guests are we going to see? What are you bringing to the table for the fans?
Right now for the summer, baseball season's over for high school. College baseball's wrapping up. It's tied up 1-1 in the College World Series. And then we still have another 3-4 months of Major League Baseball going on. And with me being in love with baseball, I'm going to try and get as many guests as I can there. Tune in next week for Wayne Miller from Myersdale. He'll be coming in and talk to him about his state championship run. Also, I want to get Chris File from Bishop McCourt, and Ian Stifler should be coming in here, current minor league pitcher. Right now he's hurt for the Danville Braves, but hopefully he'll be back at it next year. And some local racers as well, hopefully you get that. And then as we transition into football season, get some football coaches if they have time. Any other coaches, like maybe volleyball coaches that had good runs last year and are looking to make another run this year, or soccer coaches. So really, I'm just trying to bring what you brought to the table, but expand on it as well.
Well, you're starting at 0.
Yeah.
So anything up is great. You're going to do a great job, I'm sure. And fans, a reminder, tell everybody you know and tell them to tell 20 people. Subscribe to this channel. Got a lot of cool stuff coming up with Dave at the helm of this show now. Dedicated to this show, not like me running around and disappearing for a couple months. Dedicated to this show. Lots of new content, lots of new interviews, great people from right here in our area, in our region, coming into the studio one way or another. And Dave's bringing it to you. And Dave, we look forward to you hosting this show. We thank you for being in here. And good luck, pal. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Thank you.